Big choir's going to start singing.
Oh yeah, that's a massive choir. Nice and easy. We now have an opening. Welcome to a new vlog. Vlogmas day, yes. We are heading to Peace Hall for a Christmas market. My mum and dad's meeting us there. They've already called saying it's rammed, they can't find any car park spaces. So that's something to look forward to. Hi Masha. So we're going and we're going to have a look around the stalls. We're going to meet some more family there. And what you girl is looking for when you get there?
I don't know.
Chicken wraps.
We're having chicken wraps for dinner.
Chicken wraps for dinner tonight. So maybe have some festive snacks and see what it's all about.
City streets are all aglow. Carols on the radio.
Oh, there's a we're here at Peace Hall, and I've just spotted a little fairground.
Oh wow!
A big wheel.
Right.
I think we'll be going on that. Looks very hustling and bustling here today.
There's a bunch of people standing.
Oh, there's a choir or a singing.
Oh my god, it's bloody rammed. It's never been this busy.
We don't usually come on a Saturday though.
Big choir's going to start singing.
Oh yeah, that's a massive choir. Nick's staking out the
Donuts.
The donuts.
They'll be limited edition because they're not available anymore. They're stop selling.
That's like Olaf, isn't it? That.
Oh, well, not quite.
You can't see a puff pig snout, Nick, or a hairy lamb leg.
Smell them. Oh my god, it stinks.
Rabbit feet.
Can you smell it?
Pig's ears, filled hooves. How odd. Right, we're just having some lunch, which is a New Yorker chicken and chorizo sandwich and a flat white, and then we're going to continue going around the market, and then we might go on that ride. What do you think?
What bit? Market or ride?
The ride.
You can take kids on.
Nice little Christmas pods here. It looks like you've got to reserve them.
Could have gone in there instead.
You've got to reserve them by the look at them.
Round the evergreen, snow is falling. Can you feel the magic here? Pour a cup of cheer. Christmas time is here.
We're off on Big Wheel, girls. We're off on Big Wheel. Bye.
Right, we've had enough. There's about 18,000 people in here, and I'm having a bit of a meltdown. Can't cope with it. So I want to go somewhere for a beer.
Yes, we're all rolling his eyes, aren't we?
Sounds good.
You don't want to be
How
here?
do you know there's 18,000? Have you counted them?
Counted them. I've bumped into most of them, that's how I know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I've had enough. Right, we're in Peacock's looking at Christmas stuff. They've got some nice stuff actually. This I quite like this t-shirt here. If Leigh gets this one, which is another van t-shirt, if you get that, I'm going to get the Sprout ho ho ho.
That'd suit me. It's my kind of t-shirt, isn't it?
So you want them all?
Yeah, you get that.
Oh, thanks.
Or the trail. Ooh, that's a small. I need medium.
Friggin' hell, look at them. Look at them pigeons sticking out.
Medium. It's called pecs.
Pigeon tits.
Walking Christmas tree. Never seen one of them before.
Why are they walking like they're on stilts?
Well, he is kind of on some. What an angel now.
We're back in the car. We're on the way back to the apartment. I'm going to hide in the bedroom when we get back. Are you?
It's been a stressful day with lots of people.
It's been nice.
It's been like being at a football match. It's been absolutely rammed. Even outside of Peace Hall, like in the market area, it's been rammed. We went into Marks and Spencer's. It was chaotic in there. Some woman fell over. There was blood all over the floor. We were like, right, the people on site were attending to her. It just made us want to get out of there. But we're on our way back to the apartment now, thank God. And I've got a brandy waiting for me. It's a little bit early, but I don't care. What are you having? Are you back to drinking again?
Maybe.
He drank last night. Good morning. Are you awake? She's not awake. Louder, Uncle Lee. Are you awake now? Are you awake? What?
Why did you put baby shark on?
Because that woke you up. Right, they woke up very soon after I put that on. We actually had baby shark, Barbie girl, and then we finished with our friend Santa, Comments of the Day dance. So we're on our way back, we're taking them home. We were just saying, we didn't really film that much yesterday. We filmed 6 minutes, she said.
I think it was about 6
It
minutes.
was so busy. Like, I hate crowds. I get really bad social anxiety, and yesterday was like next level. So I was like, just get me out of here. And then we were like dragged around shopping centres and things like that. And then that woman fell, and it was like, I just need to get out of here.
We could always call at some shopping centres on the way back.
Could always drop you off. Could always drop you off. Just drop you off. You need some water. There's a big puddle out that window. Help yourself while we're stuck at these lights. So we're dropping them off, and then we're going to nip to my cousin's. I got her some teeth whitening stuff when we went to America. I'm going to pick up something to sort a problem out with Taylor, and then we're going to head back to the lodge, and then hopefully today, depends what time we get back and how cold we are, we will hopefully complete that step. Might not be today, depends on what we're doing. I might actually just finish the trims around the bed inlets, keep calling them inlets, bed shelves, and then apart from the floor, we're then on to getting the flooring. I was hoping to pick it up while we were over here from a place in Barnsley, but they didn't have any stock of what I wanted, so we're just going to go to maybe Boys in Brid and have a look, because they have rolls of lino in their section upstairs, or they used to have years ago.
And we've got to make the chairs again now.
Yes, we're going to make the chairs, because the first one was quite heavy and we made it out of too thick a wood, and we've also had a little bit of a design change as well. So we'll explain more of that when we get back in the van, but for now we're dropping these off and getting back to the lodge. These days are clicking by like a bloody time clock on a fast-forwarded movie. Fast-forwarded movie.
We haven't put these yet out onto any...
Do you want to update this vlog?
Look at these.
Do you want to update it?
My mum got us these years ago. We need to find a bottle. We don't have many bottles though, do we?
What?
I'll go find one.
So, I was going to tell you what we were doing, but Simpleton, I'm going to call it Simpleton Sam, Simpleton there has interrupted me. So anyway, these days are flying past. We are a little bit ahead on videos at the minute, and what we don't want to happen is we don't want to get to the beginning of December and the Vlogmas videos have ended, and then we have to have a real Vlogmas, because we have to film in advance. So, and we do love Christmas, but we'd like to be able to celebrate Christmas in...
You brandy.
we would like to celebrate Christmas in Christmas, so we're kind of shortening the gap. We're about 3 weeks ahead at the minute, maybe a little bit more. So we're trying to film more over a few days and put them into one vlog. Will you piss off and get...
Stop going on. Stop going on and just get on with saying what we're doing today.
Right, anyway, we're going to the garage. We're going to get the step finished. We're going to get the bed trims on and get them painted, and we're going to redesign and remake the stool because we've had a redesign on the table and chairs. The leg is coming from China. It should be here within a week, something like that. It's on tracking anyway. Didn't realise it was coming from China when I ordered it, and it's like a 3-week delivery time. So if I find one in the meantime, I'm going to cancel that and order a local one. So that's today's job. And then after that, we have got to go and look for lino. Like I said the other day, we did actually go over to Barnsley with the intention of finding some there and bringing some back, but the shop that we were looking at didn't have the stock available, so we're going to go and try Boys in Bridlington, because I know that they have lino on a roll, and then go and try some local sort of carpet fitters to see if they've got any offcuts. That'll not happen today. Today's task is to get those three things finished. And what Vlogmas thing are we doing today?
I've I've no idea. We did actually get invited by the Disney wives to go to a Christmas market, but we've got to get on with Van.
Yeah, and we're already going with Stacey, so we didn't want to do it twice.
Yeah,
but we must crack on because we've been home for a few days. We're conscious that
The Vlogmas
our
thing we're
time
doing today, we've got some Christmas acts on while we do the Van.
All right, get some Christmas music on, it'll be
Come
fine. So yeah, we've only got a couple more weeks before the lodge closes, and then the van has to go into storage, and we can't do anything for the whole of January unless we stay like in a Premier Lodge or something,
Yeah, possibly.
and then drive over and do the work over here. I don't know. We'll find out.
Possibly.
Right, let's go.
Right, we're at the garage.
Tape measure.
I'm not sure at the moment. So the plan today is to get this top board on. Well, the board's only going to be here, isn't it? Here, and then a little bit there, and then there. It's just to give us a little bit more floor space so that that chair can come over on it. And
I wide it in.
perfect.
Oh, lovely.
We should bring us a little camping kettle now.
Well, I did actually find the cable. I figured it out eventually with the help of Jackson Leisure. They went and looked at one in the showroom. So that's all sorted. Right.
There's your tape measure.
So there we go.
So that's the first job.
You can feel it everywhere. This is my favorite season.
Right, that's the piece of wood cut.
Amazingly, fits.
Pretty much perfectly. Not perfectly, but we can sort that out.
So I'm just going to cut
The actual step out where we're going to be walking in, and this is just to give us a little bit more floor space there and a little bit more floor space there for if we ever want to put anything there.
Well, we're going to need to put the stool over this bit near my head now.
Yeah.
And we're going to have LED lights in here. One there, and two at the back. So it projects out when you're walking in, so you can actually get lights up the step. So what we need to do now, we need to cut that out. And a moment of truth. Tuck that under there a little bit. Pop that in there. Close enough. And then obviously when the cushion floor's down and the front trims are on, it's going to have like an aluminium strip to hide these bits anyway, and then just a mat on there.
Perfect.
Job
Back
done.
up and go home. Yeah, we do have other things to do now. The step is complete.
Nice
with
little light.
a light on it.
All this is going to be hidden. It's going to be behind cushion floor. There'll be trim on it, and the light will go through the cushion floor to tighten it up. We lost the drill bit that we used to make those lights. So we found a 24mm one, which is too big, but I've made it adapt. So
I brought some nice healthy snacks like apples and grapes. When Nick went into the post office this morning, he got us a treacle tart mince pie.
Not through choice.
Yours, because he had to pay a fiver for some water that we wanted, and a normal mince pie. So I'm going to have that with a cup of tea, and then we'll get on with creating the other bit. The Waygos are out.
So this runs off the feed above, so when the light above comes on, it basically runs into this. And I'm just going to connect this single light up that I fitted, because the others connect in series. So I'm just going to put the ports on. There we go. And then I need to get this wire that I've just lost. There we go. Hold on. Connect it round there. And we need to put, that's the positive. Not that it really makes any difference for these. Put that in there. And this one in here. And it comes on.
Comes on already?
Ta-da! Turn that switch off now. Make sure they all go off. Yep. Perfect. Right. Let's have a snap.
As you can see with all the lights, Nick wants it like Blackpool illuminations. Every time we go onto like a campsite or something, they were like, the lodge guys are here, turn all your lights off, we don't need them.
We have the power, so why not? Right, so that'll go in there. I just need to sand that front. And then I've got a special job for you.
Which
all the
is
sand off this step. Special treat, not say I never do up for you.
slight change of plan. We've decided not to have a light there because we realise it's pointless, because when you close that door, it just shines against the
door's there and it makes a big glow.
It was just for when the door opened, but we decided just to have two there instead on the step itself.
So this hole will be covered with flooring anyway,
Yep.
so you won't see that. So I've just had to extend the cable because it's not long enough to reach the light on the middle step. Now these should work. So the plan will be get rid of this excess wire. All we need to do now is kind of glue, sorry, not glue, but screw this and pull the excess through because it's a little bit tight. So what we need to do now is get that fixed onto there, and then we can just pop the lights in just temporarily.
Right, final bit. So all this is all boxed in now. And then the final bit is going on there. And now we have the step, the chair.
So we can sit this
Fits
way,
on it.
have us a cup of tea while we're on a cliff somewhere, and then when we want dinner, we just turn round
Perfect.
and then turn back. So this will not have a back on it. A lot of people put backs on it, but then that restricts your movement.
Yeah. Next job is these trims, which are going to go around the things
Beds.
that we always forget
Bed shells.
what they're
inlets.
called. Yeah.
Right, are you holding that steady?
Yeah.
Right, just give me a little bit more. Right, make sure that that's flush against that. Ready?
Yep.
So this thing cuts it at an angle, like a picture frame angle. And I already think I screwed it up.
Oh no.
I have.
Wrong way.
Yeah. It needs to be cut like that. Right, that was a little bit more difficult than plastic ones, but seems to be okay, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So the next one now, we need to do exactly the same on this side, and then we need to paint them before we stick them in place, and then touch them up and fill them here and in the corners. And for some reason, whoever's manufactured it, B&Q, they decided to put a sticker on it which will not come off. Right, so the other day we adapted the bed because we only had supports on every other one, which is actually fine, but I wanted additional support when I'm working on it, because what was happening, I was putting my hand on here and one of these was cracking. If you spread it across three, as the mattress would, you get more distributed support. So what I did the other day is I put a support beam under here, put some little spacers because they have to notch onto the metal beam below here. So it's now, you'll understand when Leigh extends it, so you pull it out. So we lift it up, so the felt's never actually touching the worktop, it's just there to stop it scratching. And then you can see these little spacers here, which actually lift those wooden lats up so they rise above this notch. It's not completely necessary, but it's
Smooth when it was back in.
looks like you're struggling.
Smooth.
There we go.
Next job. We've cut this silhouette out of a door because we're going to have a door here into the garage if we ever need to just sort of grab something rather than having to go out.
Right, so
Is that big enough, do you think?
I think that's ample.
Yeah.
You?
It's not for us to get through, although we probably could get through.
Yeah, we'll be able to like throw things in, pull cushions out,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
So we've got this piece of wood out and we're just going to draw around it. Could you fit through that if you needed to?
Yeah. So this is 60 by 45. Right. I need to cut that out now.
Yep. Jigsaw.
Multi-tool.
Nice and easy. We now have an opening into the garage.
I need to build a door. Fasten the wood onto the back of that. We'll try and use some lightweight wood. Put a support beam around there. Put some hinges on it. Put it back. Put a nice plastic trim on it.
And we'll have a door.
As your uncle fan as you want.
Nick's creating the door.
just going to put... I'm going to fix the frame onto the... because it's really lightweight, we can just fix it straight onto that. Put some hinges on it and it's going to swing inwards, we decided.
Yeah.
So we'll fix all the filling and the holes and the decor after it's assembled. But at least now we won't have to keep running around, which has already been a pain in the backside. Right, so on the back of the door we've got the frame. And we're going to get some plastic PVC trim, put it on there, fill them and paint it, put a PVC trim on it, and then the door should sit nicely within that frame. Just get a pair of little hinges on it, and then we've just got to decide how we're going to open it, and whether we open it this way or whether we open it this way. So probably this way, because if we put a little bolt on, it won't hit this when it extends. If we put it on here and it sticks out, that's going to hit it when we open the side of the chair. So probably hinge this side, door stop that side. Right, we're done for the day. We're just on our way back to the lodge. We've got to call up B&Q to get the L-shaped trim around that door. I'll do that later on when Lee's cooking tea, and get the ones around the bed stuck on, patched up and painted, and then once they're dried in the morning, that's the bed area completely done. We can then dust down the top and get the mattress in, and the door will be fully finished tomorrow. And then at that point, then the physical bulk of the build is done. The only thing we've got left to do is put the cladding on the back doors and the side sliding door here. We haven't fully decided how we're going to do that yet. We've accounted about 10 kilos in wood weight for it, which we've budgeted. I'm hoping it's going to be less than that, but who knows?
Who knows?
We might need to get some more of that wire wool while I'm here. Not wire wool, you know, the insulation to pad the door out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's fallen out over the months. So that's where we're at the minute. So the physical build side is drawing to a close. We've still got a couple of months of trim works, flooring to do, lights to fit, blinds to fit, curtains to fit, all those kinds of things, and then it's finished.
We could go on our first trip.
But then we start and focus on the outside. So all the trims on the outside, they're all yellowing and either they need like staining. The paintwork needs a good cleaning. I might even attempt to do my own wrapping. Now I've got to watch some YouTube videos to find out how easy it is. But that's definitely going to be a summer job, or at least early spring job, rather than in this kind of weather.
Back in the lodge creating a meal. These new Amazon knives are a revelation. They're amazing. I've always used the multi-purpose knives and I always thought they were great, but these ones, £10 from Amazon Basics for a set of loads. They're brilliant. Good purchase. I'm going to be doing this root vegetable stew and cheesy ciabattas. This recipe seems like an odd combination. Vegetable stew with cheesy ciabattas. But it sounds quite nice as I'm reading it actually. So just got to fry this veg for a while. And then you add some stock to make a stew. Add some potatoes in. Tomato puree and red wine stock paste. And then sprinkle the cheese on the ciabattas which are cut up. Brown them and then have it all together. Gotta say, this week when I opened the HelloFresh recipes, this was the one I was looking forward to the least, but it's turned out to look a lot nicer, like really thick stew. Hopefully it's nice. Nick's out in the van, just called him in, so I'll be eating this soon. Come and see what you think to this.
I must say the thought of it is not appealing, but...
Exactly what I said, but it looks a lot nicer than it...
Well, yeah, it looks like a proper stew.
I know.
Let's try it. Very
Lovely,
tomatoey.
Well, I put extra tomato puree in.
Very tomatoey. Is this like cheese on toast as well?
Yeah, I like cheese ciabattas.
We're almost vegetarians now.
A little while later, do we have a door? A working door?
We do, but it's got a wonky edge.
Oh, I can see it.
I don't know what to do about that. Unless we get some trims and we line that.
I can see you put the trims on the door frame.
The door frame's done. Looks like a nice little hatch now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're done. They happen to be screwed on in certain places because the wall's beveled, so I've stuck them and screwed them. We'll take the screws out afterwards, fill them and then paint them. I've already given them one coat of paint. and we may have to put like the hinges on this side and have this as the opening side, but it does. Oh no, we can't actually. This has to be the left edge, so it does fit like that.
Yeah.
But it's just got that wonky edge.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
And I also need to figure out how we're going to open it as well.
Yeah.
But I've got to raise the door slightly because when the lino goes in,
Yeah.
it has to go under the door. So the next job now is to take this inside and get this painted to match the cupboards. Just, you can't imagine this as a bit of furniture, can you? This will be the base of our stool. I'm now in a position where I can start, look at the shine on that. I'm now in a position to start looking for upholstery cushioning. So maybe we'll have a day off tomorrow and we'll nip to Dunham Mills. Have a look at the padding that they've got. And have something vlogmasy.
Just done 10,000 steps on the treadmill. If I look all sweaty, I am.
I've just given this 3 coats. I've done in the van for tonight. Hopefully it's going to be a dry day tomorrow because I've got to get on the roof and do that seal. But it's getting there.
On Discord, we have a fitness channel where we compete on steps. They're already all doing it. 10,322 for Kerry, 10,273 for Becky.
I wonder how many steps I've done with all the work I've done today.
10,698 for me.
So as I said earlier on, we're getting towards the end stage of the build now. The only physical build bit that we have to do now is the cladding, the door cladding and the back door cladding. And just finish off that door and a bits of painting and things like that. And then the physical build is done. We can basically kind of cease the garage and get rid of all the extra wood that's in there because we're not going to need it anymore. And then it's all decor. So I've got a blind coming. We have to decide what we're going to do for curtains. We have to decide on cushion floor, bedding, plants, plates, knives, forks, all that kind of stuff. All that have to be weighed before we put it in there. And I'll miss it actually. Wouldn't you?
Well, we won't get time to miss it because we'll be going out in it.
Not in winter we won't. It's effectively going to go. I mean, once we've done the inside, we've got to then start the outside. Like I said, I might try and do the wrapping. I've got to watch some videos on how to do that. But for the time being, we're going to get some camper ties on it. There's some bits and bats mechanically that needs sorting out. That rattling noise needs sorting out. What else?
Well, we need to smarten up the cabin area, don't we?
Yeah, we need to clean all the bits of, because it used to be a decorator's van by the looks of it. There's paint everywhere, so we need to get all that off, put carpet inside. It's a lot of tidying, cleaning, trimming, decor, things like that, rather than sort of physical conversion. I do need to order some for stretch carpet though. I'm going to go do that now. Right, we're out and about. Good morning! You just can't help yourself, can you, when I start the vlog? Good morning! Shall I just turn camera at you and make it the Leigh show?
Welcome to a new day. Well, it would be a better show if it was.
Well, yeah, people would turn off though. Right, so I'm going to give you an update about my shoulder because I've not mentioned it since we came back from...
Disneyland Paris.
Paris,
Whatever.
No, Florida. I got it on the day we came back from Florida.
Yeah.
So it's been around 6 weeks since it came on originally. And it got better the day we went to Paris. It was hurting the night before, it was affecting my sleep, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, it started feeling a lot better when we were in Paris, and now I virtually can't feel it. I had a problem putting my hair gel on, which was the worst thing. I had to get my arm above my head and then do it that way, rather than at this level, and it's fine now. It's still a little bit, but 100 times better. I have got a weird thing on my shoulder blade now that pokes out, which is apparently really common when you have a rotary cuff tear or any kind of shoulder injury, because there's quite complex muscles around your shoulder blades. Anyway, it's 100 times better. I virtually can't feel it, and there we go. The second thing that we're going to do is, a lot of people have been saying on comments that we've not given our verdict on our Florida trip, and we said we would. So while we're driving, we'll do that now. Well, I'll do that while Leigh's driving. So we have decided that we're not going to renew our annual passes for Florida. We don't feel like we've done it to death. But a little bit, but that's not the reason. I mean, the main reason is the fact that the greediness of the prices going up is just ridiculous. I mean, they went up once when we were there, and once last time we were there. Parking's now up to $30, and like food prices went up like 10% or whatever they did. It's just, you can get better elsewhere. So we've decided we're gonna I mean, we were going to anyway. We were taking the van into Europe. That was going to be our main sort of trip for next year.
But we love it. We still
love it, and we are going to go back once next year. But we're not going to renew our annual passes.
No.
And that's the reason why we're not renewing them, because we're only going to go back once. So we'll just get 14-day tickets, and then. We've purchased Disneyland annual pass tickets, Disneyland Paris annual pass tickets, because it's a lot cheaper, although they've gone up as well quite drastically. We had to get the top level ticket because when we went at Halloween there were block out dates for that date, so we'd have wasted money on day tickets and then not been able to convert them to annual passes, so we bit the bullet. So we have discussed going back for 2 or 3 days to see the Christmas decorations, but it all depends on what happens with the van. We've got a very busy December. People are coming from America, people are coming to stay.
The van is the main priority.
We've got parties to go to. We've got basically a rammed calendar. We have got a couple of days that we can go, and we'll probably end up getting just like a Ryanair flight or something like that, and then staying in a cheapie. So that's the plan for that. And we are going to go on our road trip next year. That's the other reason why we got the annual passes. So 3 trips makes it worth getting it. With the annual pass you get the photo pass, not that we're bothered about that, but as we said when we were in the Paris vlogs, it's so fiddly, it's not even worth messing about with. But we get our Disney fix without the 9-hour flight and jet lag and all that malarkey, and it's nowhere near as expensive for food in Paris than it is in Florida. Nowhere near. It was like that buffet meal at Agrabah's cafe was $40 per person. That would have been $80 in Florida easily, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, let me have my say.
Go on then.
We've got as friends in Florida, and that's one of the main reasons we go to Florida now, because we've got so many friends. So there are options just to go to. We love Florida. It's not all about Disney for us.
Yeah.
We might just go back and not do Florida Disney.
Well, when we go, we are going for 3 weeks. So one of those weeks, obviously we're getting 14-day passes. One of those weeks will not be parks. Although you can spend your 14-day tickets over 18 days, so we are going for 21. So as long as we don't do the parks in the first 3 days, and then 14 trips after that, we'll be fine.
And then going forward after that, if we go back, there's possibilities just to, mind you,
take the van.
The year after that, then Epic Universe will be open, so maybe we'll just do Universal tickets and not even bother with Disney.
Yeah. So that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
The main thing for me is there's a lot more places to see in the world.
Yeah.
And
I still love America. There's so much more of America that we've not seen. I want to go to like the West Coast, North, Canada. Yeah, you're just rambling.
We've made this van, or we're making this van, and we want to see Europe, and
which we're going to do next year.
Yeah. So if we go back to Florida, it'll just be as and when. It's not going to be a big
quick trip. So Leigh bored me to death there. I turned the camera off. So anyway, today we are gonna. Last night we watched a load of videos on how to, or ideas for doing the doors in the van, and we're gonna try something radical. We're gonna try and build a window frame in all the back door windows, and then build the cladding over the top of it, and put some nice sort of tidy trims on it. So that's going to be the task for today. We've allocated, as I said yesterday, 10 kilos in wood weight, but we have to go to B&Q first of all to get some thermal wrap because we've not insulated the doors yet, so that needs to be done. It's almost like going back to the beginning and starting a wall again. So we need to insulate the door because our head's going to be there when we sleep. Insulate the door, get some stuffing inside it, and then clad it. Put this window box in first, which is going to be the difficult bit because we have to get the depth into the frame correct, and as the door goes up it gets thinner, so there's going to be a lot of slicing of wood today. So the first door will be like a practice, the second door we'll have almost got it, and then the big door we need to have another rethink because the window doesn't have any square edges, it's kind of rounded, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge, otherwise we're going to be lopping corners off. So that's today's job. I'm going to move in here. Literally going to move in and
I don't want sausage sandwich.
Oh, it's open. Well, you don't have to have one.
I brought grapes and apples.
Well, you can have the bleeding grapes and I'll have a sausage sandwich.
I said I'd share. I'll share one.
You can have. I'll let you have your own cup of tea. How about that?
Up for Christmas as well.
I know. Right, we're going to get one, but we're going to get the thermal wrap that we need in B&Q first, and then call in there on the way out.
Right, there we go. Thermal wrap, £19.
Not bad actually.
Yeah. Right, let's
That'll
go.
do the 2 doors and the main door as well.
Just getting a few more screws for the cladding.
Right, they should be all right for the cladding. I'll get a few more, and then I'm going to get one of a different size just in case, like the cladding's a bit thick in some places.
You do that. That's a nice Christmas tree. I do like a bit of red on Christmas tree. That's not bad for 40 quid. Obviously not with the baubles, I wouldn't have thought either. £6 for what?
These centicles? £9.50 on Amazon.
You don't need any more centicles, do
I
you?
do, because the ones are on there from last year. I'm going to get 2 packs and they'll last us all Christmas.
Just saying, I do like a bit of red on a Christmas tree.
We've done that in the past.
I know we have. I'm just having a quick look. What's this? Oh, a little red house. I like that. Right, come on. There's a sausage sandwich awaiting.
Ooh. This is the best bit about building the van.
Let's have a look.
Coming to being cute.
We're
Oh,
sharing.
nice.
We're sharing because we've already had some breakfast, but
Oh, look at the amount of sausages on that.
bloody hell.
Yeah.
Some nice sauce on it as well.
Yeah, don't make it dribble. He spotted us. Chuck him a bit of your sausage. Go on, give him a bit of your... Oh. No. He's never going to leave now. He's going to move into the van with us. See, he wants more. Look out a minute.
Dilemmas are already starting. I'm not sure we've got the right wood.
We can use plywood and cut it into strips.
So the plan is to create a box here, a boxed window. So we'll lose some of the window, but the window that we'll lose is below the bed anyway.
So we're going to lose that bit. So to create a box, we have to lose that slither at the top, which is fine. And we probably won't lose any on this side at all, or on this side. So you're only going to lose a centimetre at one side. The problem we've got is the width here and the width here are different, which means we have to build the box into it so that the wood sits flush with this, because the cladding goes onto this. And look at the size of that though. The thinness of that to get a piece of cladding on is, well, it's actually going to be that big, isn't it, up to there. So yeah, that's not going to be too bad. Another fail. This one's not deep enough.
Just try and get the shape. I've got another one of these, but I think it's at Lodge.
Right, old-fashioned scribing.
I knew this wouldn't be as easy as it sounded.
The glass has got a curvature.
So it's just trying to get that curvature onto the piece of wood that's going to go against it.
So, do we try and do it again and get the scribing of the glass right? Or
you have
fit that in.
You have a little thing at the back. It just means dust will get down because we can't ever get to clean these windows at the bottom once we've cladded them in. Unless you... No, it'd be even worse. I'm just going to say, unless you make some kind of little thing that opens up there.
What little
to
thing?
clean the window at the bottom.
What, like a feather duster thing?
Well, yeah. That has taken a while
All day.
so far.
Literally all day for that.
Well, not really, but an hour or two, an hour and a half.
Well, ever since we've been here, that's all we've been doing.
Yeah, well, it's not all day gone.
Right, we need to now slot it into the window and then drill 2 more holes to put brackets into these, and that will then fix it, and then the cladding will go on the outside and you won't see any of this rough stuff.
It looks like it should be easy. It's just like 4 pieces of wood, but
it's
not because we've had to get it
right.
Scribe.
Right, I need you to hold
Hopefully that's right now. Another hour later, we think we're almost finally there now. It won't look straight on the camera because the door's obviously tilted to the left. The door's that straight, but when it's shut,
nothing's bloody straight.
It looks pretty much
ish
straight. That's taken all morning just to do that.
All morning, all frigging day.
So now we can finally move on to getting this insulated, getting the thermo wrap on, and looking at maybe getting some cladding on.
I mean, we do need to take it off to sand this.
Well, it's not finished, but
we'll paint this when it's finally finished.
Yeah, we need to clean the door.
But what I'm not looking forward to is replicating that on that side.
Yeah.
And we can't just cut these strips because the door's in a different direction. So we can't copy it. We have to basically start again.
First piece of cladding on. Many more to
It's
go.
going to take months.
I don't think so.
It's going to take, I reckon, a week or so.
Yeah, get lost a week.
It took 4 hours, 5 hours.
I know, but we know what we're
to do
doing
that.
now. So now we just got to clad, keep putting the thermo wrap on as we go down.
Seal it.
Yeah.
Fill this with insulation. Maybe we'll put like Kingspan on it just to...
Yeah.
Because obviously glass is the cold point.
Yeah, that's true.
So...
Slow work this, but it's coming on.
So many little piddly pieces. And somebody forgot to charge the batteries.
Well,
so
you
we're
should
sharing
think, shouldn't
batteries
you? You should
between
think
all the
before
power
you come
tools.
out. You should think. It's so cold, we're done for the day. I can't do any more. We've actually cladded just above the handle. We're going to do the rest with ply just to keep it light, because this is the only sort of thing we're going to see. And then we're actually going to panel these bits up here just to keep it all consistent. And we're off home now because I've got a new delivery coming, which I'm hopefully going to show later on this vlog. We're back, and we're starting again because my new Black Friday deal. Lee's got a new tablet to replace his old one. I've got a pair of new ceiling speakers because these have been... It must be out of budget from today. These ceiling speakers have been the crappiest things that you could have. I think they were about 30, 40 quid. And the Bluetooth receiver in the wall has been broken for about 2 years. So I've been waiting for the right moment to get some new speakers. Anyway, I've got some System Line Q50s, which has got like a new control panel on it. And so the first thing I'm going to do is cut out the one on the wall there, put the new one in, wire the speakers in, and then I have to use a drywall saw, take the speaker out, whilst Lee is sucking up the debris, because it's literally over the Christmas tree. So I've got to cut the ceiling speaker out and then fit these new beastly speakers with a magnetic grill on it. And hopefully then, for the first time in God knows how many years we've been here, we'll have some decent sound. I'm struggling with pants.
Careful you don't sprain your back. Oh, and then also as well, we brought this in last night, giving it a couple of layers of paint. For some reason, we've lost the roller, and I have absolutely no idea where it is. It's not in the van, is it?
Well, I can't find it in the van, no.
Where have you put it?
Where do you put it?
You clean 'em. First job is I need to make this single socket into a double one to fit the back box, which is here. And then all these wires here are for the speakers, and that's for the power supply, which I need to rig in as well.
That's a bit loud.
It is actually.
Good job with no neighbours. First speaker in. Now for the next one. Then we need to clean.
I'll let you do that.
The state of the place. It's just like a junkyard. I was just in the middle of ironing as well when Nick decided to do these.
When is a better time? Never. Done. My God, that roof was made of solid MDF, about an inch thick. It was a nightmare to cut, even with the multi-tool, but we've managed to do it. We have to wear masks because you're not supposed to breathe MDF dust in because it gives you cancer apparently. So we're just finishing tidying up. We've got the new control panel on the wall. Although we do need to buy some new sticks because 3 of the strands have popped. There we go. It's a little gesture thing, and just to give you a bit of a demo, you obviously won't be able to appreciate the sound on this, but here we go.
I've got a bad back, shouldn't be doing that.
So there we go. 5 years I've been wanting new speakers because of the EIS sound. I actually bought some a few years ago and couldn't see any difference in sound, but the controller went on the wall. When his dad comes to the lodge, this camera's full of dust. When his dad comes to the lodge, he sits in the middle of the night and sits upright and scares everybody to death when you get up for a drink. And the last time he came, he said that the Bluetooth flashy thing on the front was flashing continually. And when I've got up in the middle of the night, sometimes I've come in here and it's the room glows blue. And that speaker there actually stopped producing sound about 6 months ago. So I've been meaning to get it. I've been waiting for Black Friday for a deal. Couldn't get one. Found a set of speakers. It was Q Acoustics and the controller was System Line. It's a gesture control one. It also has a volume control on it now, whereas our other one didn't, so we can now connect the TV to it. So whenever we're watching movies, we can have them coming out the ceiling.
Stop boring everybody.
Shut up, you. Right, what are we doing?
I'm going to find a chill because we've
I
been
might have
at
a glass.
it since 10 this morning and now it's 9 o'clock at night.
I might have a glass of wine, actually.
We aren't going to open, so don't bother.
There's a box on the floor there.
Don't open that bloody box. For
Bloody
Christmas.
well, I'm bombing it. Right, what we're doing now?
Finishing the vlog.
We're finishing the vlog. So don't forget, guys, to click the subscribe button, click that QR code or scan the QR code on your mobile, which is on the screen now. It will take you directly to our YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button when you're there. Don't forget to click the little bell at the side of it. It'll tell you when we've got new videos that come out. And don't forget to leave us a comment below. We read all comments. We try to reply to as many as we can. My arm is killing me now from holding this camera up so far. And we will see you on the next vlog, where we will definitely be doing something a little bit more Christmassy.